What's up, my Nofap brothers? Hi, everyone. Hey, guys. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing amazing, my friends. So, um, this is Vikas Jasimha from the Vikas SAS, back with another video coming at you. You know that I will always be coming at you, right, guys? Guys, what I would want to talk about today is my hero, Malcolm X. I've always loved the narratives of people who are in prison. Uh, why I love is, for example, you can take an example as the Shawshank Redemption, or however you Americans pronounce it, because we Indians pronounce it as the Shawshank Redemption. Or where the main character is being imprisoned for maybe for his wife's murder. Like, he is not imprisoned for his wife's murder, but he's been mistaken, and he has been imprisoned because of because he has been mistaken. It's a case of mistaken identity where he has not committed the crime, but he is still imprisoned. So what I would want to tell you guys is, um, it is, I just cannot, I don't have any words to tell you, but he ends up reforming the whole prison system. Okay, like, he transforms himself initially, then he transforms himself initially, and then he tries to transform the inmates of the prison. He tries to transform the prison inmates, and then he would transform the inmates, and then he would transform the whole prison system, so that tomorrow his other inmates should not face the same issue or the same problem that he faced. So anyway, guys, coming to my hero, Malcolm X. He was so what the main character in the Shawshank Redemption does is, he is imprisoned for 20 straight years. Okay, he has been given a sentence of 20 straight years, and he does reform the prison system in a very positive manner and leaves a positive impact in the prison with regards to the prison inmates, so that tomorrow, when another inmate comes into that prison, he should not face the same issue and the same problem that the main character faced. So he reforms the complete prison system, and the whole rules of the prison has been does get reformed just because of his positive ideas and positive principles. Guys, coming to Malcolm X, I'm not gonna compare Malcolm X with the Shawshank Redemption because they have their own flaws, positives, negatives. They have their own flaws because the narrative of Shawshank Redemption is totally fiction, while Malcolm X, sorry, non-fiction, so fiction, and Malcolm X is fiction because Malcolm X was what do you call it? He was a living legend. He was a living example. He was like at that time he was compared to Martin Luther King Jr., which I don't think was a safe or was a good thing to do. But Malcolm X's parents, I think his father was killed by KKK, and and I think he was. Guys, what can I say about him, man? He was an American Muslim minister and human rights activist, but to his admirers, he was a courageous advocate for the rights of blacks. Well, his father, as I said, he was killed by KKK when he was 6, and his mother was placed in a mental hospital when he was 13. After which, I mean, like, after which he lived in a series of foster homes, which is actually not good for a kid. So the one thing that Malcolm X did was he indicted white America in the harshest terms for its crimes against black Americans, because at that time all the black Americans were fighting for their seats, they were fighting for their rights over there in America, and he was actually imprisoned for what? He was imprisoned for larcency and breaking and entering at the age of 20. Okay, while in I think it was in I think it was in 1946. He has told this in he has himself told in his autobiography. Actually, while in prison, I mean, like, he took a huge stance. He became the member of the Nation of Islam, changed his birth name Malcolm Little to Malcolm X, because he told that the white slave master had imposed upon his paternal forebears. Okay, after his, I think he was I think he came out in parole in the year 1952. He rose to become one of the organization's most influential leaders. Yes, Nation of Islam's most influential leaders, serving as a public face of the controversial group for a dozens of years. Okay, he then I think he was then made a member of drug rehabilitation program, and yes, he promoted black supremacy, and then he just did not want, he actually advocated the separation of black and white Americans, because at that point of time, you all Americans know that black people were used as slaves at the time of Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X. So what happened was, my friends, why I'm talking about Malcolm X is, while he was in prison, he used to self-educate himself. I will tell you why I'm telling you this point. Okay, he used to read a lot of books. He used to read a book when he was on his chair. He used to read a book when he was having his breakfast, lunch, dinner. He used to read at least 1 or 2 pages of a book when he was sitting somewhere out of his house, or outside his house, or whenever he used to be on work, whenever he used to get some ample amount of time, he used to, like, read books. So his main advocate was self-education. He educated himself. He educated himself. Self-education. No, he don't. I don't think he went to any university or something like that, because he actually he was not from America. He was from Harlem. Okay, so he went to Harlem. He went to Harlem, and sometimes he was summoned by the draft board for military service in World War II. He feigned mental disturbance by rambling, by declaring, I want to be sent down south, organize the nigger soldiers, steal us some guns, and kill us crackers. He was That is the reason he was declared mentally disqualified for military service, and then at a short time in Flint, Michigan, he moved to New York City's Harlem neighborhood in 1943, where he engaged in drug dealing, gambling, racketeering, robbery, and pimping. He also occasionally had sex with other men for money. So that's the reason. Then he be then so he then befriended a guy by name John Elroy Sanford at Jimmy's Chicken Shack in Harlem, who wanted to be a aspiring professional comedian. Both men had reddish hair. So what this guy did was, he used to apply chemical on his hair so that it's gonna look white. Okay, so Sanford was also called Chicago Red after his hometown, and it was known as Detroit Red. Okay, then in 1945, I think he returned to Boston, where he and four of his accomplices committed a series of burglaries targeting wealthy white families. In 1946, he was arrested while picking up a stolen watch he had left at a shop for repairs. And in February, he began serving an 8 to 10 year sentence at Charlestown State Prison for larceny and breaking and entering. And then when he was in prison, he met a old, well-spoken man who told him, requested him, suggested him to convert to Islam. He wanted Malcolm X to become a Muslim. So what Malcolm X did was, he told, no, I'm not gonna do it. It's just a stupid idea. Why would I become a Muslim when I'm born Catholic? So why should I become a Muslim? So what he did was, initially he told, I'm not into that. I'm not gonna convert my religion. I'm not gonna become a Muslim myself. Okay. So what he did was, but later he just thought, okay, let me give it a shot, and then he converted himself to Islam. That is when he was called Malcolm X. Okay. Then guys, he was pretty confident about his conversion, but many of the civil rights movement, civil rights activists did not like Malcolm X conversion to Islam. So that is the reason he was assassinated. Assassinated by three members of the Nation of Islam. Okay. He expressed many regrets about Elijah Muhammad, about his time with them, which he had come to regard as largely wasted. He embraced Sunni Islam and then he also traveled to Africa and Middle East, which included completing the Hajj, El Hajj Malik El Shabazz. He also became known as El Hajj Malik El Shabazz. He repudiated the Nation of Islam, disavowed racism, and founded the Muslim Mosque Incorporated. So he was like, I just don't know what the like. He was one of the he is one of my heroes because he read a lot in prison. I'm telling you guys, he read a lot in prison. Okay. He met fellow comedian. I think his name was John Bembry, who was a self-educated man. His well-spoken man, first man I had ever seen command total respect with words. So I think his name was John Bembry. Okay, so he, even he told him Malcolm, don't eat any more pork and don't smoke any more cigarettes. I will show you how to get out of prison. So he quit smoking and began to refuse pork because he, even being a Muslim, he had to quit smoking and he had to stop eating pork. Okay, so why I just would want to tell you about Malcolm X was because he is my hero. Because man, I was, even though I am having a job, even though I'm working, I just I'm getting less pay. I know life is not all about money, not about fame. It's all about being a part of life, which is spread all over. But somewhere I just wanted to. At the same time, I have a huge ambition of writing a competitive exam in the month of January. For that, I needed money, so that's the reason I'm looking out for a job change. So what I'm supposed to do for that? I am self-educating myself on new technologies. So that is the reason I'm getting a lot of interview calls. I am about to get a job now. I have been I have an offer in my hand. So with all the law of attraction, with all the call letters I'm receiving, with all the calls I'm receiving from the various HR departments of well-established multinational companies. Yes, I'm getting a job offer. How did I get that? I self-educated myself with regards to the new technologies. I think I self-educated on core Java, Selenium, manual testing, and structured query language. Okay, man, nowadays getting self-educated is not a great thing. And I will tell you one more thing, guys. After I got a good job, I'm at the new high, so I'm really doing good in my fighting. So the fighting season is going to start, I think. So I'll be participating in a lot of competitions. So that is the reason I wanted what I wanted, and the law of attraction works along with self-education, perseverance, meditation, yoga, and exercise. So guys, these are the things that I did, and I wish you, my friends, all the best, because if you do this, and as I told you, readers are leaders. So please do read a book, so that it's going to open your mind. If you cannot read a book, at least watch a documentary, one documentary a day, so that at least in that 90 minutes or 100 minutes of documentary, you are going to learn something. Okay, like it might leave a huge positive impact on you and your life. Okay, my friends. Anyway, guys, it was really nice talking to you after a long time. I apologize, I haven't made a video in a while. I would like to thank all my subscribers. you have made me for what I am today, man. You have made me what I am today. Okay, anyway, guys, I will be back with another video very soon, in a very short amount of time. So stay strong, stay focused. If you like this video, click the thumbs up icon. If you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel by clicking the bell icon. What are you waiting for? Click the bell icon, subscribe by clicking on the red button, and you will start getting notifications when I upload a new video. Okay, anyway, guys, this is Vikas Jaisimha signing off from the Vikasas. Until next time, I am out and peace.